Number three for me, the top things that men should not wear, and this is something that I think started the whole conversation, and this is highly controversial, and I'll get to my reasoning behind it. But number three is jerseys. If you're a grown ass man, you should not wear another grown ass man's jersey. Okay. And I say this because if you ever want to go on the internet, if you want to go to Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever, TikTok, and just search stupid sports fan fight. You type that in, you're going to see two idiots in jerseys punching each other in the face, pissed drunk. So that's exhibit number one for why a grown man should never wear a jersey. Number two is typically the human beings, the grown men that wear these, they need to wear a 4X jersey, and they only make it in 2X. They're typically fat, old, out of shape. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's not a good look. And then the third thing is, it is the most, in my opinion, beta thing to do. If you're a 45-year-old man and you want to wear a 22-year-old kid's jersey because he's the quarterback for your favorite team, or he plays basketball for the team that's in your city, like, think about that. You're a grown man. You're wearing some kid, a guy that could be your son or daughter. Let's say you're with WNBA. I don't give a crap. You just don't wear their jersey. That's just not a good look. If you're a 10-year-old kid, if you're a beautiful woman, you can get away with whatever you want, and jerseys are okay in my book. For me, wearing a jersey is reserved for that. If you got a Make-A-Wish Foundation and the kid's in a wheelchair and he's got a helmet and he needs a special car to get around, that person's okay to wear a jersey. But if you are a 45-year-old bus driver from St. Louis, you should not be wearing another man's jersey. Just my opinion.
Oh my God, Tony! You gave me an image of a guy who should be wearing a 4XL, and he's wearing a 2XL. He's wearing shorts and open-toed sandals. I mean, that's the worst. That's the worst.
All he needs is some cargo shorts, and he's got the trifecta on right there.
So, Tony, I've heard you say this now multiple times. It cracks me up. It's hilarious. The guys on the channel, I've heard you say this, and I keep waiting for you to say you're just kidding. I just keep waiting. Look, we're trying to show respect. Like, Tony, you played college, right? You played college. And if you made a pro and I was your buddy, damn, I'm going to buy your jersey, Tony. I'm going to wear it proudly. That's my guy, Tony Altieri. I mean, he's the defensive end for the Buffalo Bills. I'm wearing that. I'm sporting it proud. Now, let me ask you this, because we're going to break this down a little bit. So in my early 20s, obviously, I was there for the Bills' 90s Super Bowl runs. Jim Kelly was my guy. Jim Kelly, Andre Reed. They're slightly older. So if they're older than me, no matter what my age is that okay? Because what I'm hearing you say is like, I'm a 50-plus-year-old man now, and Josh Allen is in his late 20s. I shouldn't be wearing that. But if I'm younger, it's okay.
I think if you're a younger man, the likelihood that you wear a jersey is lower. So what I mean by that is, if you look at the overwhelming majority of men that wear jerseys, I don't think there's anybody that's like under 25 that's wearing them. But if you're like a regular high-level functioning adult, like I don't think I've ever seen. I can't remember or recall where like a normal like 22-year-old guy would wear it. I might say it's okay, like if you're 22 and Jim Kelly's 28, but it still feels awful beta to me. I'm just saying.
Oh man, we're gonna have to get Jake on here. Jake owns like, I don't know, 50 jerseys, something like that. We're gonna have to get him on here. But
I almost give Jake a special pass because he's like so nice that it makes me feel like he's almost special needs, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Like, Jake is quite possibly the top 5 nicest human being I've actually never met him in person. We've only met through this.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like he might have some kind of like mental disability that makes him so nice. Right?
No.
And again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, he's so nice, you're like, there might be something wrong with him. And so I almost give Jake a free pass.
Okay, I'll agree with you that he is super nice, one of the nicest guys Does that mean he's maybe a special need? No. His only need is for
He's
jerseys.
like, what is it? Is it Lenny from Mice and Men? Where it's like, oh, Lenny, he's such a he's snapping necks on rabbits and whatever. But yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
love Jake.
but Jay, you're right. There's very few people like him these days. So super nice guy. He gets a pass for sure on his jerseys. Although I do have a problem with where he gets his jerseys, but that's a whole nother discussion.
It's direct from China.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're gonna respect the player, pay the $150, pay the $200 for the jersey, and don't go to China for it. But let me ask you this, Tony.
Go ahead.
Is it okay for me to buy jerseys to hang them on my wall?
Perfectly
like I have
fine.
a Jim Kelly one. I'd like
Perfectly
to frame
fine.
it.
It better have an autograph on it. If you're just
Okay.
buying a jersey for $150 and putting it in a frame, putting it on your wall, you got larger issues. But anyways,
you're about to lose a lot of money for the NFL and college. About to lose a lot.
I would tell you, I have no one's jerseys in my house. I have nobody's jersey in my closet. There are a few scenarios where it's okay. Like if you are like, hey, guess what? Jim Kelly inducted into the Hall of Fame. You get invited to the Hall of Fame ceremony and you're on stage with Jim Kelly. Cool to wear his jersey because you're paying respects. But if you just drive to Canton, Ohio and you throw the jersey on, get the hell out of here. Like that's one of the weakest things. Just in general, just wearing another man's jersey is just terrible. And I'll give you another scenario why I think buying and wearing jerseys is it's just a bad move. Did you at one point in time own a jersey for a person named EJ Manuel?
Yes.
That is another example of why buying a jersey of a current player and wearing is a bad idea. The dude was a bust. He never made it. They're also in this new era of sports that we live in. Guys bounce from team to team to team to team. So if you bought a LeBron jersey when he played for the Cavaliers or the Heat or the Lakers or whoever the hell else he's going to play for, like there's no allegiance left by these players. So honoring a current player, it just feels I don't know. It just feels weak. Again, a retired guy, somebody dies, it's old Tom, whatever. Like I can kind of get okay. Like if you want to go buy a Mickey Mantle jersey and you go to the Yankees game because it's Mickey Mantle Day and you got your kid with you, like I might in that scenario give you a pass. But like if you're gonna go to like a random like Padres game and you wear a Tony Gwynn jersey, I'll slap you right in the face because it's just a terrible move.
Oh my God. That is too funny. I don't know why. You just said if he's retired or he's passed away, why can't I wear Tony Gwynn jersey?
There has to be some significance. Like I see people all the time, like where we live, there's tons of Dodger fans, right? And yes. Dodger fans, there's certain ethnicities that are more closely aligned with Dodger fandom, Raider fandom, Laker fandom in the area that we live in. And any given Saturday, you can go to like, I don't know, Albertsons, Target, Walmart, name the store that you shop at. Hell, Trader Joe's. You walk in and there's some dude wearing a freaking whoever Dodger jersey in the middle of the store, right? And it's like, dude, why do you have that on? Like it's not even baseball season. Like take the freaking jersey off. It's not a shirt. That guy plays for the team that you like, but he could be somewhere next year. So again, to me, it's just a bad move.
Now, Tony, aren't you taking money away from college players? Don't they get paid based on those jersey sales?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that a part of it?
The NIL deal has changed some things, but to me, wearing a college kid's jersey is even worse than wearing an NFL guy's jersey.
Okay.
Even worse. Why? If you're a 45-year-old man, you wear a 19-year-old kid's jersey, get the hell out of here, dude. Just open up the big window in front of your house and just jump out of that thing and do everybody a favor.
Well, you do raise a couple good points because even in college now, most guys that are getting drafted have been to 2 or 3 colleges. Yeah. So you're right. Now, you buy that jersey, you're all hyped up, and next thing you know, he's moved on to 2 other teams. Same with the NFL. You're lucky if you get 4 to 5 years. You're lucky. Now, if it's an elite player like a Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, you know they're going to be with that team for quite some time. So you can probably take a chance on that. But yeah, you're right. You learn and you live. Like when I bought that Manuel shirt, EJ Manuel jersey. Yeah, I regretted it quickly after the first. I think I got a year out of that thing. If I was
right
lucky.
There with your Jamarcus Russell jersey, right?
No, that's a Raider. Come on, I'm not buying that. But Jim Kelly, I've had that for years. Love it. Thurman Thomas, That's autographed. Had that for years. JA17, that's recent. I get what you're saying, but and I wore that to get to the stadium. But I get some of it, Tony. But no, man, I'm just showing respect to these guys. I'm just showing respect, and I think
Let me ask you a question.
this one's gonna be a heated debate. We're gonna get a lot of comments on this one.
But here's the thing: is a jersey clothing or is it memorabilia?
It's for me. I like it as memorabilia if I got it autographed. But if I want to wear it, I don't get it autographed. So that's the distinction for me. It's memorabilia if it's autographed, right? I'm not going to hang that. I'm going to frame it. But I want something to wear. I'm going to buy it without a autograph. So that's my distinction between the two.
Okay. All right. What about a helmet?
Well, what do you mean? Of course, look back there. Can you see it? That's a Thurman Thomas signed, autographed Bills helmet back there.
Yeah, and you would never wear that. You would never be like, "Hey, Rachel, I'm going down to Albertsons. Let me throw on my Thurman Thomas helmet because I want to honor Thurman Thomas."
That's a great idea. I could try it. People would probably get arrested. Somebody think I'm nuts.
Exactly, and that's the same genre as wearing a jersey. It's just it's just needless. Just don't do it. Like, again, what are you're like, oh no, it's a shirt. That's different. Great. What about pants? Okay, you want to wear football pants to walk around? Like, again, I don't know why jerseys are okay and everything else is not. It's a freaking uniform. Nobody puts on a cop's uniform and walks around, right? Like, just don't do it. It's a bad move. Trust me.
The only last thing I'll say about that, Tony, because I love when I do wear anything, I have a nice I have a jacket that has a Bills logo on it.
That's fine.
I really don't like
clothing.
Got it. I don't wear my jerseys too often because I don't like to get them dirty. But when I do wear them and I'm out in public, you always get like, I'm a Bills fan, right? I always get Bills people walking up to me, "Go Bills." We meet, we talk, become friends. They're like, "Hey, where's the Bills bar that we can meet up after the games?" You meet some new people by wearing, but I get it. Usually I'm wearing a jacket. And that's where I meet. I rarely like to wear the jerseys just because I'm afraid to get them dirty. They're expensive, Tony. So
I hear you. The last comment I'll make on this, we'll move on to number 2, is jersey guy is just one micro step above the guy that paints himself and goes to the game. I'm just saying, it's like that's almost the same guy. It's almost the same guy.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got Jake and Sean are going to the Chiefs Bills game. So we're going to have them take a few pictures with their jerseys, and I'll send them to you, buddy.
Please do. I'll file them right in the garbage next to my toilet in my restroom.
All right, well, let's move on to number 2, Tony.
Number two, Mikey. This is yours, so I'll go ahead and let you introduce this here.
I struggled with this one. I struggled because I'm not in total agreement with my choice, but I've been chastised multiple times for when I've tried to maybe use a Merce / fanny pack. I mean, Tony, some of them look damn good. I feel like this is something you would wear, by the way, with your style. But I'm just saying, look, when I wear a fanny pack, right? That's where the kids like, "Dad, what are you doing? Dad, don't. Can you go? You're embarrassing me." I'm telling them, like, look at the organization I have here. We got these big. Look at these phones, Tony. They're heavy. Putting them in my pants. My pants are starting to fall. I can put them into the fanny pack. My wallet, I have downsized the wallet a little bit. You know me. I used to have that old man big wallet. Now it's down to like very small. But you got keys, maybe some toothbrush you want to throw in there, some deodorant. It's all goes in there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Now,
why are you hauling toothpaste and toothbrush with you?
You never know.
Like, what are you going to get stuck overnight somewhere?
Maybe. I mean, you never know where you are. And this is like for a single person, even more so. Like, hey, you're out and about. You're like, "Oh, damn, I need a little deodorant. Let me go put some on in the bathroom." Be carrying that around.
What the hell are you doing where midday you need to slap more deodorant on? Like, unless you're going to the gym.
Maybe you forgot.
So you put the I'm just continue because that is the
All
most
right, all right.
asinine like point of evidence
There's
you're
just
trying to
so
insert
many
into this
things you
case.
can organize, and again, I hate filling my pockets with keys, wallets, phone, and sometimes you put the phone in the back pocket, you forget it's there, you sit down, guess what? You just broke your $1,500 phone potentially. I'm just saying. So you want to take it
Doesn't
to the
happen if
next
you have an
level.
iPhone. Just throwing it out there.
Oh no, come on, man. Come on. It happens. I'm gonna look up a lot of Google and I'm gonna Google it and show you all the people that sat on their phone. But the other thing too is so the MERS, let's talk about that, right? That satchel that goes across downward. Now I don't have a MERS, but I have one, something that looks like a MERS because it carries my iPad. And this was really when I bought this, I was like, what would Tony like? And I'm going to show it. You'll see it when this video goes. I'm going to put a picture of it. But it carries my iPad, and I have this Surface Pro 4 Pro
Do you
book.
do you do you also keep your tampons in there with it as well,
Oh,
or
dude. But you can't keep other things in there as well. I can put my phone in there. There's a
yeah,
pocket for my keys.
wet wipes for when you go to the
Hey,
bathroom?
by the way, yes, put those wet wipes in your fanny pack
Oh
or your
God.
MERS. All right, so yes, I'm saying number two, men should never wear this because of the abuse that I've had to take when I have tried to wear these things. So I'm now done with them. I will never do it. Like I said, at work, multiple people. Like I remember the day, remember the time. I think you remember. I wasn't really wearing it around my waist, but it was a fanny pack, and I was putting my phone in there, and I had like a cloth. Let me show you here. I had this little cloth thing that I had with it, terry cloth, because I wanted to wipe it down all the time. All the fingerprints would go in my bag. Everything was in there, and it was cool because I could carry it like a backpack. It was quick,
Yeah.
but after you take enough abuse, you stop that. But there's some good looking MERSes out there, and I'm going to show some pictures when you see this video. Let me know in the comments if you're a MERS person or not. But Tony, sounds like you're a definite no.
No, to me, like the quintessential Merce guy is the guy that you see walking around the mall on a Saturday that's got the cactus belt buckle and matching boots, and like he's of a certain color similar to me, this nice dark tan color, and he's got the fake Louis thing draped across himself. Like that whole deal there is it's just not a solid look. Like it just there's something about it that it just screams like international weirdo. Like it just again, if you're in, I don't know, if you're somewhere in Europe, Central South America, maybe you have to do that so you don't get like knifed and all your stuff stolen. But here where we have like the rule of law, like carry a wallet, carry a phone, you have pockets, like don't wear a fanny pack. Again, just another rule for men in general, don't do anything that involves the word fanny. Like I don't give a shit what it is. Like an exam at the doctor, a piece of clothing, like if it's got fanny in it, just walk away. See, that's good. That's okay for me. So the fact that these things bear that moniker is a pretty good indication you can stay away from it. And so, like I said, unless you're, backpacking across Europe or walking through the streets of Sao Paulo, Brazil, like it's just not okay.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Okay, so first of all, if I was wearing a MERS over a fanny pack, is that a little bit better or just as bad?
Mirth, why would you need both?
No, no. I said if I was wearing a MERS instead of a fanny pack,
No,
would
it's
that
the
be a little
same
better?
thing. I don't give a shit if it's made out of, whatever, plastic or leather or whatever. It's the same damn thing. And again, this is another reason why you get married, because your wife carries a purse. And if you don't want all that crap in your pockets, you
Oh
just give it
yes.
to her. I ask Mel all the time. I'm like, hey, throw my keys and my wallet in your purse if you don't mind. She's like, no problem. But you're not going to see me wearing that, right? Like, I'm not going to throw one on. It's funny enough, like, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. It might have even been longer than that. My sister-in-law, she had met this lady through some connections at work who was selling designer handbags to people, right? And so the authenticity of these handbags are, I would say, called into question. But one Christmas, as a joke, she bought everybody like designer handbags. So like she bought them for like my 9 and my 11-year-old daughter. She bought one for my wife. She even bought one for me. So I wish that I had it on me right now. So, but it's a full on like Louis Vuitton, like
Oh wow.
brown with and it's the whole deal. and like everybody laughed because they're like, oh, I could fully see you wearing that. That thing has never been worn one day. I will tell you that right now.
So let me ask you this, okay? Because these rankings are to help mankind in general. If you're
100%.
single, if you're single, what do you think a lady thinks when she sees a man wearing a merce? I mean, tell me, what would your wife, have you asked her this important question? Honey, if we
We've
were
had this
single
discussion.
and you saw a man with a merce, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking the dude's obviously got some serious mental problems. He
Oh
probably
my
is.
God.
Probably also has a pair of sandals on, to your point.
Oh,
And then as
that
we get
totally.
into number one here, I guarantee he's drenched in number one. But what I would say is I think it screams just, again, just a terrible human being, right? It's just not a move. Like, you shouldn't do it. Like, the best is like there are multiple layers of this. So you can take number 5, white tube socks. So like picture 45-year-old Bill Jenkins from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is a plumber. He's got his cargo shorts, his white tube socks pulled up to his calves. He's got his Ben Roethlisberger jersey on. He's got the Steelers fanny pack. I mean, the full getup. Like, he's running the gamut of the things you don't do. Those things all go hand in hand.
Oh my goodness. Well, um, I, I think you're right in the long run there, but I gotta say, like you said, Louis Vuitton. I know they were knockoffs. Well, look, if I'm a single guy and I'm sporting a Louis Vuitton, an
You're going to get
original
another
Louis
single guy to
Vuitton,
ask you what you're doing later on if you wear a Louis
oh
Vuitton.
man. Well, I mean, seriously, you don't think a lady's gonna look at you like, okay, it's got some
She's going to be
money,
like, hey, I
it's
got a
got some
buddy who's
style.
into that as well. You should meet him
No,
and hang out.
come
That's
on, come
exactly what
on.
you guys should go drink mimosas on Sunday morning while you eat
Oh my
brunch.
god. That's too funny. All right, man. Well, again, it was mine that I brought to the ranking for reasons like I've tried to wear a fanny pack before, never really immersed, but I got just abused by my own family, people at work. I'm done with it, so I'm relaying this to other people so they don't make that mistake. But anyhow, let's get to number one, Tony. Let's get to number one because this is the one. This is the one we both have to agree on. So when we do these rankings, typically we'll have 2 for you, 2 for me, and then the top one we come to an agreement on. This is the number one. So why don't you put it out there?
I, this one's number one with a bullet. It was one of the things when we talked about this. It was just like, yeah, 100%. And like, this is probably the most controversial one because I think you'll have
Oh boy.
more people in the audience that actually wear this than don't. But you and I both 100% agree that like this is offensive. It's disgusting. It is something that impedes on other people's lifestyles. Like, it's a bad move. And it's cologne. Like, if you're a man and you wear cologne, like full on, like aqua velva brute, like what, like the stuff that your dad kept in the medicine cabinet, like that just, you can be in the next room over and like your nose just starts to run because you can smell it. Or like you're standing in the supermarket and you're like, dude, what is that smell? And you can see the dude come. You can see, those lines in the cartoons that have like the waves of like
Yeah.
heat or like
Yeah.
smell. Like
Yeah.
you can see like the aura around them is blurry because they have so much damn cologne on. But cologne, number one, like if you're a grown ass man and you take care of yourself, meaning you shower, you bathe, you care about the way that you smell, like cologne is just not part of your repertoire. And if you're wearing cologne, we talked about this. What in God's name are you trying to cover up?
Yeah, what are you covering up, Tony? I agree with you. Like, just shower, even deodorants. Some of the deodorants have a nice little smell
Oh,
to them. You smell. I'm not saying I don't use one because I'm allergic to it, but the cologne, I'm allergic to it, first of all. I've had people that I've worked with come to work in this stuff, and I feel like they're obviously covering something up. Maybe it's a late
yeah.
night party and they didn't shower in the morning. They're trying to cover up some smell. Maybe they're smoking the weed that's legal now, trying to cover that up. But it's like you're covering something up, man, because and no man, no woman should have to be exposed to this stuff for longer than a couple minutes. And if you're coming to work in Cologne, Tony, that's the major offense. Major offense. You're going to get sent home. You're going to be sent home
Again,
from me.
there are certain instances, like if you and your wife are going out on the town and your wife's like, here, I bought you this. I think it smells great on you. I would like you to wear it tonight. Hey, full send on doing that.
Oh
But to your
boy.
point, it's Monday morning. It's 9 o'clock. We're in a meeting or in close quarters with one another, and you slap on, like I said, that green bottle of Brute that your grandfather used to keep in his cabinet in his bathroom, and you just got that stuff all over you. The first thing I'm thinking is, did this guy shower today? Did he get up? Did he take a shower? Did he wash his dirty ass, or did he just take a shower in Brute to cover up the nastiness that is all over this person?
That's exactly what he did, Tony. And I mean, I've been in meetings before and I've had to step out multiple times. My nose starts running. I start sneezing. I get this headache.
Oh,
I got to
dude.
step out of the meeting multiple times. And yeah, I agree. They're covering up something. Just go natural. Like you said, you've showered, you're gonna smell good. I mean, there's no scent is the best scent. That's what I say. No scent is the best scent.
And again, to your point, like covering up, whether it's you're smoking weed or you went to the gym and you were too lazy to take a shower or whatever it
Worst.
is. I don't care how you try and mask what you're trying to mask. It just smells like whatever that cologne is and what you're trying to cover up.
It
It's like
was
when you take a dump in the bathroom and you spray the stuff in there to make it go away. It just
yeah.
smells like shit and lemons. It doesn't smell like lemons. Like you're not fooling anybody. And cologne is the same thing, right? It's like if you didn't shower, you don't wear deodorant, like you have terrible BO, it smells like BO and cologne. It doesn't
And the
smell like
cologne.
cologne.
100%. That is so true. I've crossed many folks that try to do that, and yes, using it for deodorant maybe the worst thing. Maybe the worst thing because we all know BO is just terrible. And then you try to cover up with that crap, and like you said, it's just BO and cologne.
Oh,
So,
which is just deadly, which will like make you
uh,
so nauseous. I mean, like, oh my God, dude. Cologne to me, like I said, it's the same guy that wears the Louis Vuitton handbag that is fake. That dude is drenched in cologne at 9 o'clock in the morning in Target.
all right, so Tony, can you imagine? Like, I think you already painted a picture, but you got the guy wearing the merce, you got the guy wearing the cologne, he's wearing the open-toed sandals.
Oh,
He's not going to wear a jersey in this scenario. He's got cologne on, but he could. I don't know. He could throw it on. But if all five of those were worn that we talked about, oh my goodness, there's your worst case scenario. Run as fast as you can, get away from that scenario. But yeah, cologne, no good, no good. Do you really think though, if your wife asks you to put some cologne on, you're doing it?
I think there's an appropriate level of cologne that is acceptable. And that's the level where when my wife and I are in close quarters, she's like, man, that smells good. But like if I'm at dinner and somebody across the table can smell the cologne I have on, that's too much. Like
Oh
you've overstepped the bounds of personal comfort. Like you're now offensive.
yeah. So true. So true. Like I can't even like you would ruin my dinner. If you sat next to me, Tony, at a
Oh,
table right next to me and I can smell that, it's over for
oh,
me. It's over for
dude.
me.
Dude, if I'm about to jump into some nice mashed potatoes and they got a little bit of gravy on them and butter, and it's like I'm ready to dig in, and I bring it up and I get like whatever garbage David Beckham CK1 garbage smell, and you just ruin my dinner. Just stop. Like, dude, just go in the bathroom, take a little sink shower, rinse that stuff off, come back, sit down, we'll enjoy dinner. But again, if I can smell your cologne and you are farther away than a foot, that's too much cologne.
It's too much.
That's too much cologne.
I haven't had this scenario, but have you ever had a family member wear cologne that you had to say, dude, what are you doing? Ever
Oh,
had this scenario?
100%.
Really?
My brother,
Oh
my
no.
brother, his high school graduation. He came out and I'm like, hey, dude. I'm like, congratulate. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you smell like the freaking fragrance counter at Nordstrom's, dude. And like, he just had like a potpourri of different ones that he just sprayed all over. I'm like, you need to go and rinse that off because that is terrible.
I can't even walk through those sections in stores. Like I can't. Like it's the perfume, the cologne section. I have to avoid that like the plague, man. I can't
Oh,
can't
I,
walk
I don't
through.
know how those like that's like a hazardous work scenario. Like I think you have to sign a waiver if you work the makeup counter like at Nordstrom's there because of all of the offensive odors and crap that they got going on over there. Like you could get like respiratory disease walking around that place.
Oh, 100%, 100%. So, Tony, this has been fun. I mean, we got. We don't, I mean, I didn't think this would go for 30 minutes, let alone close to an
Well,
hour.
you
But
went off
man,
on your feet tangent for
oh
at
well,
least
you
15
kept
or 20
digging
minutes.
into it like
Here you go again, digging into feet. Like it's
my
just you're all about it.
psychiatrist. You're just like trying to get to the bottom of it. That's what took so long. Trying to be my doctor. Let's get to the root cause here, Mike. Let's get to the root cause. The root cause is feet are disgusting. Men's feet.
Did you have
Men's
to
feet.
sleep in a bed with your brother where you had to sleep like head to toe and like his feet were just up against your face at
Oh,
night
hell,
and that just
no, no,
ruined you?
no. We never had that situation. We had bunk beds, and but if we ever had to share
You
a
didn't like
bed,
drape them over and they're like you at that's the side where your head was and you could just see toes or
if we ever had to share a bed, we're putting socks on. You're putting socks on, brother. I'm putting socks. Our
do
feet
you
can't
sleep in
touch.
socks? Or do you sleep in
No,
socks now?
no,
Okay, I
no.
was
I
gonna
can't.
say because if you do,
No,
you might be insane.
my feet are
You
not
sleep with socks on.
exposed. They're under a blanket, but no, I could not do it.
Oh
Oh man,
man,
I
no,
can't
this
wait
is
to hear the people see what they say about these top 5 things we came up with, and I'm sure they have their own. Like, I'd love to hear what you think a man should never wear. So I can't wait to hear the comments on this one. And this has been fun. And again, these are the type of rankings we'll do. Rank this is this segment. We'll probably have will be sports related sometimes. We are a sports channel, but we leave some things other than sports, and this is one of them. Have a little fun. I thought it was fun, Tony, but serious stuff that can help a man out there.
absolutely, yeah. And again, like we talked about, these are things that just as a grown man, you need to look yourself in the mirror. And if you're doing any of these top 5 things, you need to really call into question the decisions in your life that have brought you to this point. And it's never too late to change. Consider this your intervention. This is your opportunity to say, I'm going to set that aside and no longer do that anymore. I'm going to have better personal health. I'm going to cover up my feet. I'm not going to carry a purse. Like these are things that you have the ability to walk away from at this point in time because of shows like this, and we'll continue to do it. And again, I think the big thing is we want the feedback. We want people to hear and tell us where we're full of crap or where we're wrong, or things we might have missed. Because there's a bunch of things like cargo shorts and like
Oh,
sport sunglasses. Like that was another one I thought really, really hard about adding to the list. But unless you're playing outfield for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, you shouldn't be wearing those big like razor glasses things as a grown man. If you're a 15-year-old kid, I give you a pass. But if you're 45 and you got those things on, and guess what? You sit in an office all day, you might need to get an appointment with a psychiatrist.
what
Anyways,
about other honorable mention are the jorts? We didn't get into that. That almost made the
oh,
top 5. That was borderline top 5. We have a scenario here where we live in our city. At least one gentleman, he's an older guy, he's probably in his 60s. So credit to him for getting out there and jogging. He breaks 2 of my rules. He's going shirtless. First of all, I don't think guys should be running shirtless. I'm sorry. Even when I was at my best fitness, Tony, I would not take off my shirt when I'm running.
mhm.
But wearing jorts, those jogger shorts where, dude, one wrong move and there's going to be arrest going on for indecent exposure. We have a person here, and I drive by, I see him all the time, and I'm like, oh my God. And I even feel like some of the, we have a school that has a very big track team, and they're always out there running. I don't know if I've seen, actually, I have. I've seen the younger crowd wearing those jorts too. And we got to put a stop to that, Tony. I don't know what I got to do, who I got to talk to, but jorts need to be out the door. Anyhow, that's another, that was just an honorable mention. Anything else that I think you had the matching shirt. I thought that was kind of a cool thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, no. If you're a grown man, like it's not okay to wear a matching shirt with your significant other in public. Like the people that like, my favorite is the 50-year-old couple that's on wedding like number 2 or number 3, and they go to Vegas and they got the bride and groom shirts. Like it's like, dude, get the hell out of here. Like you obviously have made a lot of bad decisions in your life, and this is just another one that kind of sits on the table for everyone to see. But matching shirts, terrible move. Cargo shorts in general, I know this is another Jake thing, like jerseys and cargo shorts, like that's Jake. But cargo shorts, like burn those things. What was another one that we nail polish. Like, dude, if you're a grown man, don't wear nail polish. Like if you've got some kind of like fungal thing on your toes and you got to wear that clear stuff that makes them a little glossy so your feet don't stink, or you don't have to clip off one of your toes due to gangrene, like, okay, I get it. But like don't wear nail polish. Like that's not okay. Like that's just weird and makes everyone feel uncomfortable. So those are some of the other ones that I threw out there.
All
But
right, I love it. I love it. So, Tony, why don't you wrap it up here, and we'll be back in the future with some more rankings, and let us know what you'd love us to rank as well. If you have an idea, like, hey, it'd be kind of fun to hear these guys rank this. Let us know. Rank
yeah,
this.
no, I think that's what we want. We want feedback. We want people to tell us other rankings they'd like to see. Could be food, could be sports teams, could be great American cities. I don't care. We've got a list of things Mike and I running together. We'll be back here from time to time. We'll probably do a bunch of these, but it's for the engagement. It's for the people. We want your take. It's two guys' opinions. We're going to continue to give them whether people tell us we're right, wrong, or indifferent. But it's a good time. It's a fun conversation. Mike, thanks for putting it together tonight. And I look forward to the next episode of Rank This.
Yes, sir.